There's so much hate in the world. I was scrolling through YouTube and watched a video about people speaking out against not getting the stabby wabby, and a lot of comments, people saying, well, good, you made a choice, now you lose your job. And just this overall lack of empathy in many of the comments. And the thing is, right now, we're so deep into this idea collectively that there's sides, or that, again, not everyone, obviously, but there's a lot of humans right now in the world that have this notion of, well, if it's not affecting me, then it doesn't matter. But see, what's coming down the pike for all of us will shatter that illusion completely. This idea that we're all one, that hurting one human being is hurting us all, will start to make much more sense as these months and years go on. This idea of separation, of you can do whatever you want to those humans because I'm happy with this decision, that has to go. There's a lot of fear behind people who are okay with other human beings being ostracized as long as they're not hurt. But again, that's only for so long. That's only for so long. Because these consciousnesses that are dictating the show right now, or at this current time at least, what we're seeing play out, they don't care about humans, any humans. It's kind of like I'm rereading Harry Potter now, and someone like Voldemort, who just uses people as pawns and then kills them like that. It's very much what the energy of this, if you want to call it New World Order-y stuff, is going on. It's very much the same energy. It uses humans, as dark as they are, as pawns, but even those humans who are playing it out, that energy doesn't care about them. And so too, remnants of that consciousness is within people. Oh, well, they didn't get the stabby wabby, then they don't deserve to fly. Good, this again, this perpetuation of separation, this perpetuation of, well, they're doing it to themselves. They don't want to get the stabby wabby, then they can't go, then good, then they won't be able to go to concerts. But see, when you allow this consciousness to be and don't look at it and think it's okay, it's not okay. From one level it's okay, but from a very human level it's not okay. When you allow it to be okay and you perpetuate it, it gets pushed more and more, because now perhaps it's just certain concerts, certain restaurants in certain cities where this segregation is occurring, where this separation is occurring, but who's to say that won't get pushed to air travel, to eventually grocery stores, to eventually where you live? I'm not saying that everything isn't going according to plan, but I am saying that we get to look at what separation we're still perpetuating. And it can be on the other side too. It can be on the other side of this perpetuation of the fear of the people who have received the shots. This idea of our bodies not being able to handle what's in the air, or this idea, I talk about this in other videos, of shedding and this fear of the other side. This fear that our body wouldn't be able to handle that. And again, creating separation, creating fear of I can't be around these people because I'm afraid I'm going to get something from them. The more that we can be sovereign in our own decisions and realize that we're safe, realizing that other people's actions aren't going to affect us, or more specifically, what they choose to do with their bodies aren't going to affect us. Can we allow for that sovereign field? Because when we practice that, that's when we stop energizing the segregation on all sides. And we don't have to get to a point or experience a timeline where we push the limits so much that the people who are clinging on to separation so tightly are going to have to be waken up by a level of control that we don't have to see play out. The darker it gets, and it's gonna get darker for sure. I mean, it has to. It has to. The darker it gets, or perhaps the more of the shadow that is revealed, right? Because it's, from one level, it's not getting darker. It's just so much light is here and within us, and it's illuminating all of the darkness. But the darker it gets, the more humanity is going to come together and love on each other. And the more that we can capitalize on that gift of seeing ourselves, yes, as diverse, unique human beings, but as one with humans, as one with animals, as one with our environment, as one with things, as one with technology, as one with everything in this earth plane, the smoother we'll be able to move through what we're about to experience. Because it's not set in stone. We do get through this, but the level of bumps that we experience in the coming months and years and decade will really be, there's an up in the airness of it right now, because we really do have a choice to choose oneness in our everydays, to not perpetuate judgment or control over what other people put in or wear on their bodies, or how they choose to navigate the coming months, years, and decade. The more that we can practice not judging ourselves, we're not going to judge others as well. We're not going to judge others for doing things they've never done before. Maybe not going to college or going to a different college, moving, quitting their job that they've been at for many, many years, humanity is going to face very situations that they've never had to face before as we ascend. So the kinder you are to yourself as you make these decisions, and the kinder and more compassionate you can be and practice that with other people and the decisions they make for their own individual life, the smoother we can navigate this. Thank you guys. Have a good night.